Over 300 million inkjet cartridges and 70 million laser cartridges are sold in the U.S. annually. Despite the environmental and bottom line benefits of recycling print cartridges, every year over 300 million cartridges with a combined weight of 150 million pounds are buried in our nation's landfills. A laser cartridge thrown into the landfill can take up to 450 years to decompose. Some components, made of industrial-grade plastics, will take over 1,000 years to decompose. Virginia Correctional Enterprises ink and toner cartridges are recovered after use, disassembled, cleaned, and reassembled using all new components, ink or toner, and chips. They are form, fit, and functionally identical to both page yield and image quality to original equipment manufacturer (OEM) cartridges, but with a substantial cost savings.
Demonstrating how to assemble the developer unit. So we'll look at the sealing blade. Make sure there's no nicks, grease, or defects along that. What we'll do is we'll take a cotton swab, make sure it's gently and easy. Now we'll take the toner and start filling the hopper. This is called a hopper. Now we'll go to the sealing frame. As you see, there's toner all around the sealing frame. What we want to do there is so the seal will seal, we want to clean that excess toner off. So what we'll do, cotton swab, and we'll go in there, and we'll clean that out of there. You want to make sure it's just flush with the frame. We'll go to the doctor blade. We want this side down, so it's got to go towards the seal, okay? They line up. We'll place it. Next, you have your wipers. The wipers keep the magnetic roller clean, so this is a very important piece. Want to make sure the wipers are intact. If not intact, you need to get a new one. So again, they'll line up with the holes, so you'll know which one is lined up, which one goes where. Next, we want to screw the wipers in. Don't have to force it, you don't have to press down, just simply screw the screw in. Wipers are in place. Now, we'll go to the magnetic roller. What the magnetic roller does, this is where the toner comes and it sticks to this. Next, end cap to part of the to this side of the magnetic roller. Okay, there's a grease point. So we want to make sure that grease is in the top circle. Okay. Why grease? Because it's like oil in the engine. It needs grease to operate, okay? So as long as there's oil there, we know this roller is going to operate correctly. And what we'll do now is we'll feed the seal through the porthole. And we'll line the prongs up with the hole. So we know that that hole goes in that prong. So that means that should go. Right? So this is the gear side. So we want to make sure our gears are in place. You got small gear, just go to the bottom. Then you got your big gear. And we'll see that the gears are lined up with each other. Next piece is the gear head. This is a very important piece. Reason why. We want to make sure compound is in this circle right here. I'll just take a little dab. Put it in there. Make sure it's good. We'll turn. Next, we'll be demonstrating how to assemble the waste unit. The reason for the waste unit. Developer unit is the process. So when we go to print a page, the toner hits the magnetic roll, and then what's left after the print, if it was too much, it goes right here into the waste unit. Okay? Now, before we assemble, we like to check, make sure there's no defects, holes, scratches, anything that can leak make the toner leak into the printer. So what I like to do, I like to gently take a cotton swab and just, this is the doctor blade. Again, we want to examine it, make sure there's no scratches, grease, nicks, and then just drop. And it'll line up with the holes. It's the PCR roller. Make sure that clicks. Just make sure it clicks in. Yeah. Take my cotton swab, grab it from the middle. Next, it's the OPC drum. You don't have to force it, it'll go right in. And I turn, 1, 2, and it's in place. Now, we'll be assembling the waste unit and the developer unit and making the whole product. So what we'll go, you'll see these ends right here and 2 springs. We want to make sure that end is in the hole and the spring is locked in too. So we'll go this end, your spring's good. Here, your spring's good. Now, we'll do the last end cap. So this end cap goes over top your gear head. Just pops right on. This controls the movement of the shield. So what we'll do is we'll pop like that and pop it in. So this can move the way it goes.
After we build them, we make sure we test each one of them before we ever put it in a bag and put it in a box.
Virginia Correctional Enterprises workforce development programs provide the necessary skills to our inmate staff to help secure meaningful employment in the private sector upon their release from custody. You positively impact lives by purchasing Virginia Correctional Enterprises products and services.